This is Penny Keener, Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator and the original KeenerINKer. Today we're going to be making an Art Gallery Best Wishes card. We're going to be using the Art Gallery stamp set, which is just an absolutely gorgeous set. The Stitch So Sweetly dies, the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. For colors, we are going to be using Basic White and Poppy Parade. And for ink, we are using Flirty Flamingo, Pear Pizzazz, and Poppy Parade. So the size of cardstock, I have a couple pieces here. The white, this is the largest, Stitch So Sweetly dies, and then cardstock 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let me go ahead and get that folded. And because of the embossing on the front, which I've already done, I'm going to use my bone folder on the back so that I don't smooth that out too much, and I'm going to set that to the side. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my flower stamped. I'm using the Stamparatus today because it's perfectly positioned every time. If I need to restamp something, I can certainly do that. And this is a two-step process for the flower. So I have my 2 layers and they are already lined up. So I'm going to start with the larger flower with my Flirty Flamingo. Flip it around. Our Stamparatus is fantastic because we actually have 4 surfaces to stamp on because the plates do move around. So you see the beautiful colors coming out between those 2 colors. And then my Pear Pizzazz. Oh, absolutely beautiful every time. All right, I'm going to set this out of the way for now. All right, so what I wanted to do with this is use our Gilded Leafing, and it comes in a jar like this, but when you open it up, it expands. So I've actually put it into a shoebox here. And how I'm going to do this, there's quite a few different ways to do it. But for this particular one, I'm going to be using the Tombow glue. This is our multi-purpose glue. And I'm just going to do 3 dots. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of detail to the flower. Now, this does take some drying time because you don't want to add the leafing immediately because this glue will just smear all over and you'll have just a glue front. So what I've done is I've already done one ahead of time, and so the glue has dried for about 40 minutes at this point, maybe even a little longer, but it's still tacky. So what I'm going to do is face down into my bucket here, and you can see it is sticking. So I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to start kind of rubbing over it. I don't want to smear them, but I do want to get the excess off. For this particular glue, it works really well when it has had a chance to, not fully dry, but had a chance to sit, because if you get it too gloppy, then it still smears. And so even though I did those little dots, it almost looks like an embellishment at it, which is a really cool effect. All right, so all my areas look pretty good. Just want to make sure I don't have any excess hanging out there or any tacky areas, because when I finish my card, I want it to be done. So this one's just a little bit sticky still, so I'm going to add a little more to it until it's not sticky. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to push that to the side. Then for the card, what I'm going to do is add this on using dimensionals. So I'm going to use 4 dimensionals in the corner. Take that pieces off. I'm going to put it on to the front of my card at an angle because it's artistic, right? And I've already stamped the phrasing best wishes and used the same die to cut that out. So here's my art gallery best wishes card. I love that gold accent on there. I just think it looks so beautiful. And of course you can alter any verbiage with this that you would like to make it a special card. So did you hear about the artist that always took things too far? Yeah, she didn't know where to draw the line. Please check out my website and subscribe to my channel for quick videos on how you can be a keener inker too.